Hello my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations and I'm Nova, and I am so happy to see you today. Today I'm doing something a little bit different and having like a little craft with me type of video. So if you want to grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a little craft project, settle in for a little hangout session. I am trying my hand for the first time, which is very apparent in this video, at making some sun catchers. I have this window in my craft room that I have put kind of like sun catcher cling stuff on. It's this window tinting stuff that just kind of clings onto the window. I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but it's pretty cool. And I put that on there a while back, I don't know, probably like 6 months ago at least. And it was one of the first things I did when I made our bedroom into the craft room, and moved the bedroom into the living room. And we have this window in there that we normally kept the blind shut on always, but it is a very ugly window. And it's because it is a second story window that is like right by some trees, and it gets like algae type of stuff on it, like green stuff. And unfortunately it is not something that we can do anything about, because it is literally like, I don't even know how far off of the ground. You would definitely need some kind of crazy tall ladder to get to it. And it's like on the outside of the window behind the screen. So regardless, it's just an ugly window. And we put this like cling film stuff on it that does a like sun catcher sort of tinting, and it looks better, but it's still an ugly window. You can still see it. So I've been like thinking about doing, you guys remember those beaded curtains that used to be popular? Well, I've always loved the beaded curtain like vibe. I never had one, but I always thought they were really cool. And I was like, what if I do something kind of similar, but do like sun catchers, things that are going to look pretty in the sun. I mean, even beads can look really pretty in the sun, depending on what kind of beads you do. So this is my small beginnings to that. So far, I'm just thinking I'll do like a string of yarn and then attach them onto it, and just do different types of beads and sun catcher type things that are, shiny and refract light and things like that. This is my current idea. I don't know if, it'll end up working out the way I hope, but I randomly was inspired to do it, so decided to have a little craft session. So this is me kind of assembling the goodies that I think I might want to use, and picking out some different beads and whatnot, that I thought would like look pretty in the sunlight. These stars and my little pliers and wire cutters and stuff came from Temu. They're part of my Temu haul like a while back, and I actually really, really like them. I use them for putting keychains on my little amigurumis. I use the pliers for that, and then I use the wire cutters for when I'm using wire in my amigurumis. So I definitely recommend those, but I know you can get them on like Amazon and stuff too. You don't have to get them from Temu. But in case you guys had been wondering about them, if you had seen my Temu haul and wanted like a little follow-up, I have used them quite a bit now. But now I'm just going through my bead box. I've got different beads that I get on clearance and stuff like that. I'm a big clearance shopper for craft supplies, because I don't usually have extra money to go get things like just because I want them or need them for a craft project. So what I do is, when I'm able to have the extra money and they're running really good sales on things, I'll get things in advanced, that I might want. And then when I'm making something, I look at what I have and pull from that. And that's kind of how I do all of my crafting. That's how I do a lot of my crocheting even, is pulling from yarns, that I get on really good deals, or that I get, really lucky to either get in Happy Mail, or maybe even splurge a little and get them outside of like really good deals. Although I wouldn't really buy things like full price anyways. Even my like not really good deals, I'm still going to be like looking for it to be on sale, But I'm a big clearance shopper, so if it can be on clearance, that's even better. Like, I am a big clearance shopper. Love me some clearance. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of explain what I was working on here. And then I thought it might be nice to do some like positive affirmations and some things that are gonna, I don't know, like set you up for some positive like mindsets and positive thinking, stuff like that. So if you would like to hang out and, just enjoy your crafting or watch me crafting or whatever and enjoy some positive affirmations, I thought that we could do some together. So to start, I'm going to begin with just some really like basic, short kind of positive affirmations, kind of like a warm up. So if you have never done positive affirmations before, I'll kind of explain what you can do if you want to, or you can just listen. Both are totally valid. So you can just listen and kind of absorb it, kind of let it sink in. Or if you want to, you can actually repeat them after me and kind of put it in your mind like a little mantra. And it can be something that maybe sticks with you. If it's something that really sticks in your mind, maybe later you'll find yourself repeating this sometimes when you really need to hear it. So that's kind of the idea behind it. So we'll start out with some just short and sweet and simple affirmations. I'll say it and then I'll wait so that if you would like to say it after me, you can. I am worthy. I am worthy. I'm worthy, you're worthy, we are worthy. I am strong. I am strong. I am confident. I am confident. This is one of my favorite ones. I am enough. I'm enough. I'm enough and you are enough. We are enough just as we are at this stage in our life, even with all of our flaws, even with all the things that we think aren't enough. Comparing ourselves to other people, comparing things that we do to how other people do them. Comparison is not something that is good for you. Just try to get that out of your mind. Look at yourself. Look at who you are today versus who you were yesterday. Just try to be better than yourself, that should be your goalpost. Look at yourself, a year ago. Are you on the right path of what you want to be? And if you're not, maybe make some adjustments or maybe think on that. What's making you feel like you're not as good as you were before? But you're also just enough where you're already at, like where you are right now in your journey of life, even if you're working towards being like the best version of yourself that you have in your mind, you're already enough too. And that is a really hard one to accept, but you are enough. I am capable. I am capable. Another one that goes really well with that is I can do hard things. I can do hard things. I am resilient. I am resilient. I am loved. I'm loved. And you're loved. You are so loved. I am at peace. I'm at peace. Now, if you're not, super used to doing affirmations, you may be sitting here but I'm not at peace. But that's kind of the whole thing behind affirmations is manifesting things that you want. You want to be at peace. You put it out into the universe. You put it out into yourself because one of the strongest things in the world is your mind. If you decide that you're at peace, you will be at peace. But you have to accept it. Just like all these other things, you can't feel like you're enough. You can't feel like you're worthy. You can't feel these things unless you decide to accept them. Doesn't matter. You could do, a million great things. You could be the number one person in whatever it is that you're trying to do. But if you don't accept that you're worthy, that you're capable, that you're resilient, you're not going to feel it because you have to be the one that feels that. So when you're saying these things, just say them with conviction, even if you don't feel them yet, even if these are just goals, like things that you want. Say them with conviction and really focus on, I am at peace. I am at peace. I say I'm at peace. I am making it so. I am grateful. I am grateful. And I am growing. I'm growing. And that is my first little set of affirmations, just short and sweet affirmations. And if there's anything that you would like to add to these, things that speak to you, that resonate with you, maybe your favorite affirmations, leave them in the comments down below. I would love to see what your guys' affirmations are. Some of my favorite go-to affirmations are like, I am enough. They are affirmations that I feel like I have to work hard to remind myself of. I really struggle with that a lot. A lot of my insecurities and my struggles, mental health struggles and stuff, come from not feeling like I'm enough. So that's one that I focus on a lot. And something about positive affirmations, or, just manifesting, certain thoughts and certain things for yourself in your life. If you're not comfortable sitting here and saying them out loud, or you don't feel like sitting there and saying them out loud, just thinking them. Or my favorite way of doing it actually is writing, doodling, drawing, writing a phrase in different fonts, or, doing bubble letters and coloring it in, or putting a drawing with it. Things like that, maybe making like kind of a journal entry about a certain phrase. Things like that, just to get yourself thinking about it. Whatever is comfortable for you, you don't have to do it the same way that everybody else does it. So now I'm just going to kind of ramble some different thoughts that are sort of along the same wavelength. But everything happens for a reason. Life shows you what you need to know in the gentlest way that it can, even if it feels really hard in the moment. You can look back with perspective when you climb from the hole and realize this. React to the traumatic experiences the best that you can going forward. How we act when faced with hardship is actually a really good show of who we are. Everybody can act perfectly and, in this way, this ideal way, when things are all easygoing. But when you're faced with those hard times, that's when your personality really comes out. And if you're not reacting in a way that you want to be, in a way that you're proud of, sit with that for a little bit and work on that, Choose to remain open and receptive to the world rather than harden up. That's a hard one. It's so easy to harden up and lock yourself down, to people, to things around you. I'm really bad for that, like so bad for that. And so that's one of the ones that I have written down is choose to remain open and receptive rather than harden up. And then I have open and receptive like blocked around to emphasize it to myself. But yeah, everything happens, and sometimes it doesn't feel like there's a reason for it. But hopefully in the bigger picture, there'll be a reason, even if we can't see it right now. That's always the hope. There's a reason for everything. And another thing that I focus a lot on is being comfortable in myself. And I think a lot of people can relate to this, wanting to feel comfortable in themselves or not feeling comfortable in themselves. To fully, on a deep level, accept yourself for who you are. All the different parts that have been shamed in the past, parts that you think you're not good enough for people, parts that you want to keep inside and hide from people because you're afraid of how they'll react. Let all the aspects of yourself sit at the table and be part of who you are, a part of who I am. Obtain a sense of ease within myself. There is no longer a reason to defend myself against other people. I don't need to protect myself from the outside world. I feel comfortable in who I am. So those are some thoughts that I've written down and I thought you guys might relate to. Trust that things will happen in my favor. And by me writing these things down or repeating these things to you guys, that definitely does not mean that all of these things are things that I take for truths. They are written in a way that I want them to be truths for myself. They're written in an affirmation sort of setup, a manifestation sort of setup. So I put these things in the way that I've written them and in the way that I'm, relaying it to you, because they're things that are important to me that I feel like I need to do, things that I want to be true. And since I'm in the vein of being very open and vulnerable right now, I think I will go into one that is probably one of the hardest things for me. And you guys might relate. If I make easy decisions right now, life will be harder down the road. If I make hard decisions right now, life will be easier down the road. And to lean into discomfort. Work through it and don't stray away. Work through the discomfort. Don't try to run away from it, to hide from it, to, bottle it up and put it away and not sit with it. What a blessing it is to your future self that you're working on this now. And that's basically just some thoughts on, self-discipline and being honest with yourself. And they're hard things, I'm very much a person who falls prey to instant gratification. I really like to do things that are going to make me feel joy and see results quickly. And this is in all things of my life, all aspects of my life. Even when it comes down to like crochet projects, I want to do things that I can have a quick turnover rate for. I like to finish things. I like the satisfaction of finishing something and being able to see results quickly versus projects like, I've talked about before that I really struggle with things like blankets or even garments because they have such a long process before you really see the fruits of your labors. And that's just kind of how I am as a person. It's definitely a character flaw that I have as a person. So the affirmations, I guess, that I would have from that for you guys are to lean into discomfort and to work through it and sit with it rather than run away from it. Not really affirmations, I guess, but I view them in the same kind of vein as an affirmation, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I like to do some videos on my channel that aren't just crafty stuff. Sometimes I like to do videos that are, about mental health and self-love and trying to be like inspiring in some way, shape, or form, trying to help people through things. Having it be a place that you can relax and feel safe and comfortable here in my cozy little corner of YouTube is something that's really important to me and has been important to me since, I started having people come to my YouTube channel. When I originally started my YouTube channel, it was not actually something I thought people were going to watch. I more was doing it as kind of a diary to myself with crochet, to keep track of my crochet projects and things like that. And I was just doing it sort of like, maybe the odd person would watch it or something, but I didn't expect people to actually care, for people to come and stick around and, be involved in my life. I definitely didn't expect to make so many friends. All of my gnomie, crochet yarny friends and crafty friends and all of you guys that are here watching, whatever reason that you're here watching, I really did not expect that. So when I started to get people actually sticking around, I, thought about my goals for my channel and everything. And one of my goals for my channel was to make this a safe place for people and have it be somewhere that you can go and unwind and feel comfortable and feel like you can, I don't know, be proud of yourself and sit with yourself and sit with me and sit with us and, not feel judged and stuff like that. So hopefully it feels that way on a regular basis. Obviously it's not something I put in every video, but I do try to make sure I remind you guys to love yourself and take care of yourself and make time for yourself. And also to remind you guys how much I care about you. I do have a playlist for this type of video, and I'll link it in the description box. If you're, interested in more of this like kind of style of video. I have other, I don't really know how to explain it, like self-love, type of videos. Actually, let me see. What did I call it? I mean, obviously I have a playlist for it, so I named it something. But I do remember trying to come up with a name for the playlist and not being really sure what to call it either. I think it was like mental health or something like that. Mental health encouragement. Yeah, I've got a little mental health encouragement video playlist. So I've got a relax with me, affirmations, comforting words, and company, crochet video, and river sounds. I have an ASMR video, which is just paper sounds and layered sounds, where I'm doing like some junk journaling. That one doesn't have any like talking in it. But then I also have like a cozy chat encouragement, mental health, an opening up video where I talk about mental health and stuff for a big community spotlight video, a heart to heart video. And then I have a let's color Christmas stocking video. I'm not sure what the talking is in that video. I'm just looking at the titles that I had put on them. But it's been a good long time. It's been 11 months since I made a video that I put into this folder or into this playlist. So maybe I need to work on doing that a little bit more. I always get a little bit nervous making different types of content on my channel though. But I do want to, be authentic to what I want to do on the channel as well. So, maybe I'll make a point of making videos like this some more. Let me know what you guys think if you like this style of video, and like, if you don't like this style of video, you don't have to be mean about it. You can just not say anything. But if you do specifically like it, let me know in the comment section. And actually, if you made it this far into the video, I'm curious how many people actually stick around for it. Drop a, let's say, I want to do an emoji that's not hard for you to find, but also that everybody has access to. Or also that is not super common, because then otherwise people will just like comment it without even thinking about it. A mushroom. Drop a mushroom emoji if you made it this far into the video, just so I know who made it this far into the video. I'm going to show you guys my ugly window. I'm very embarrassed to show you guys this ugly window. Just bear in mind that I can't do anything about this ugly window. It's the apartments that need to, hire somebody to climb up there and do something with that. So my thing is just covering it up and, trying to let the sunlight in. Like I said, I did used to keep the blinds closed, but I like to let the light into the room. It cheers me up a bit to have it, be brighter in the craft room. So I put up that, reflective kind of, what's it called? Sun catcher kind of lighting, or sun catcher kind of effect window cling, but still see through it. Maybe I'll do some like tinted curtains, like the sheer colored curtains. But also though, I want to try out this idea of doing a like beaded curtain of sun catcher type of stuff. But anyway, here is the ugly window. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again real soon on the next one. I love you so much. Give yourself a big hug for me, and I hope that you guys have a beautiful weekend. Bye, guys.